It's transformation time. We already know how cool they look when heroes transform into supers. Some go from mortal beings to literal gods, and some just realize they were heroes all along. There are countless awesome superhero transformation scenes that have inspired us, entertained us, and made us collectively lose our shit. We've created a series of kick-ass videos on the epic transformations, and you guys have loved them all the way. This one's going to be the final entry of the series. We're ending it more like Breaking Bad than Game of Thrones, so you know it's going to be epic. Buckle up. Okay, we're starting off this list with some teenage drama. The New Mutants. So a bunch of super powerful kids are being held in an asylum. Yeah, not the most novel story for a movie, but hey, it's kids, so of course it's enjoyable. One fine night, Roberto goes by the pool and voila, Illyana's there. You know where this is going, right? Two teenagers in a pool at night. And it didn't disappoint. A few minutes of steamy kissing scenes and Roberto's disclosing his traumatic past. Things were really looking nice and hot, but in a second, shit went from To All the Boys I've Loved Before to Stephen King's It. A creepy ass ghost creeps up from behind and scares the living daylights out of Roberto with the burning's body. It's the dead body of his girlfriend whom he accidentally burnt in the past, and that took a toll on his mental health. The trauma manifests itself as reality. It turns out Illyana wasn't there at all, and everything was Roberto's manifestation of guilt. By the time the kids and Reyes come in, Roberto has become Sunspot. Did we say Sunspot's transformation was horrific? Scratch that. This one scared the bejesus out of me, even though I saw it coming from miles away. I just didn't expect it to be this powerful. So Victor Stone's pretty much dead, but his father has other ideas. He's desperately trying to somehow keep his son going, even though he literally has his brain and torso left. Desperate calls for desperate measures as Silas Stone steals the mother box, which gives Victor a life, a cool brain, badass weapons, and an upgraded body. The transformation scene was horrific to look at. Victor screaming in pain, calling for his father just standing outside, hopeless, not knowing what to do. Man, Victor's screams were the stuff of nightmares. This is the moment a brain and a torso became our favorite cyborg. Booyah! Okay, it's time for the kind of transformation scene you actually came here to watch. The wacky, weird, and totally awesome Jack transformation from The Incredibles. Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl are nothing short of amazing, but their kids go even further. You get Violet, the moody, insecure teenager who force fields and the ability to disappear, and then there's Dash, the wacky kid speedster living up to his name. No wonder the incredible couple have got their hands full, but there's the third one, the runt of the litter, the ultimate surprise package, Jack. When you think Jack, think of Jim Carrey's The Mask and make it 10 times crazier, and that's what you get with Jack. The smallest member of the Purr family is one cute little ball of menace. He can fly, change shape, change into other materials, and he's just a little demon, literally. When Syndrome trumps the Incredibles and runs away with Jack thinking it's just an innocent baby, Jack makes sure he regrets it till his death, which was just about 1 minute away. Syndrome's death was rather gruesome for a Pixar movie. Calm down, Disney.
Oh my God.
We've already talked about Cyborg, now prepare for the bold Cyborg, Vin Diesel as Bloodshot. Another comic book origin story of a soldier dying, but not actually dying, and coming back with a nice set of upgrades. Ray faces an accident and is almost on his way to meet his maker, but Dr. Harting has other plans. He's experimenting on people to make them super powered, and Ray is a dish served to him on a platter. He comes back from an assured death, and Harting goes on to explain all the new features he got with his software upgrade. He has super strength, super speed, and most importantly, he's got super healing powers. Basically, Ray is now Wolverine, but with an expression range of 3-year-olds. Harting goes on to show the changes, so he cuts his hand. What follows next is totally amazing, as Ray's healing power comes to the business and works its magic within seconds. So now you have Bloodshot, an unholy mix of Wolverine and Cyborg. Wolvorg.
What's the matter, baby? You don't think I look pretty like this?
We can't do an epic transformation series without tipping our hats to the mistress of transformation, Mystique. She's transformed her way through everything: a traumatic childhood, a confused adolescence, and even X-Men Apocalypse. It's hard to choose one pivotal moment of her transformation, but her first brush with Charles Xavier has to be the most important. Raven was a kid, a lost soul when she met Charles, another kid who had extraordinary powers like her. For once, someone wasn't afraid of her, leading to a lifelong friendship that saw a couple of ups and a lot of betrayals, heartbreaks, and deaths. Mystique, and especially her transformative powers, form the crux of the X-Men stories. How effortlessly she infiltrates X-Mansion, the White House, the Soviets, and basically any other enemy camp. When Charles and Magneto get busy with their couples problems and deep discussions, it's Mystique who stays away from the bullshit and actually just gets the job done. She's the ultimate transformer. There, I've said it. Suck on that, Optimus Prime. In 2016, Captain America: Civil War left the whole team of Avengers in two viciously hated camps, like Brazil versus Argentina in a FIFA match. We spent the next 2 years enjoying solo journeys of new members like Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, and boom, out of nowhere, it's 2018 and it's time for Infinity War. Big Daddy Thanos is hella mad and he's on Earth to get his stones. The Black Order attacks New York to take the Time Stone from Doctor Strange, and finally, Sherlock meets Sherlock. Since Hulk is vacationing inside Bruce Banner, Tony Stark has to step in, and what a glorious way for him to enter the ring. All these years, Tony was building up his nanotechnology, and his suit was like every action figure I broke trying to create an ultimate hero suit as a child. A gentle tap on his arc reactor and bam! A cool new Iron Man suit comes out, armoring Tony in seconds. But this one is unlike any other. The cannon blasted Cull Obsidian from like Manhattan to California. Remember the time when Tony used to rely on Jarvis and carry a suitcase? Oh, those were the good old days, weren't they? Okay, it's time to relive the moment that every one of us had as our desktop wallpaper. Spidey in that black suit. Peter Parker becoming Spider-Man is a transformation story for ages. No gym, no exercise, just one spider bite. The result will shock you. But anyway, this time we're going to talk about the only time Venom meets Peter Parker. In the Raimi movie, people love to hate. So Venom is creeping up with Peter in his bed trying to sleep, but he can't. All the mistakes that he's made come haunting him at night. Not being able to save Uncle Ben from the Sandman and killing the low-life thug from the fighting pit, all the regrets come flooding in, and with the tense music, oof, that was suffocating, wasn't it? The horror element of Venom comes to the fore as the symbiote connects with Peter and engulfs him in hatred and flamboyance. 1 second of darkness and boom! Spider-Man and Venom are in a symbiotic relationship, the stuff of dreams for comic book nerds. Peter swings, jumps, and runs with all the enhanced power and strength. Venom sheds Peter's inhibition and makes him a daring, cool kid. Also, a solid mention for the background music here. This scene was a whole childhood.
This is something else.
It's time for Phoenix to go dark for a second time. X-Men Last Stand had a pretty reliable Dark Phoenix subplot, but X-Men Dark Phoenix is everything die-hard comic book fans could ask for. A bloody good transformation of Jean Grey to the Phoenix. So Vuk has been coming out with all her minions, but Jean is more than ready. She's well and truly in control of her powers, and she likes to give a taste of it to Vuk. Phoenix Force is the most powerful force in the universe and second only to the one above all in existence. As expected, Vuk can't control the sheer power and basically explodes. But before that, Jean takes her on a space tour and ends with transforming herself into one true Phoenix. Just glorious.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry.
You may have already saw the absence of Hulk in this video, but we're not going to deprive you of one of the coolest ever transformation scenes in the history of cool transformation scenes. Bruce Banner changing into the green raging monster, the Incredible Hulk. So the Avengers team is barely a few minutes old and Loki unleashes the entire army of Chitauri. Now, these were the initial days. Tony Stark had a suit that Tesla now has in their cars. Thor was still the Shakespearean teenager and not our beer-bellied wisecracker, and Captain America was still a virgin and didn't swear. The enemy is bigger than they can handle, so Who do you call? Definitely not the Ghostbusters. Braving through all of the rubble and flying buildings comes a timid, average guy in Scooter, Bruce Banner. The kind of guy your mother tells to bring you home by 11, and he brings you back by 7. When everyone needed the Hulk, Bruce lets out his secret. From a timid, calm guy to a rage-filled, gamma-induced monster, what a change that was. Hulk literally smashes through the entire Chitauri army and proceeds to give pop culture its favorite moment. So that was our superhero transformation scenes. From dark and scary transformations to inspiring ones that came out of nowhere. Superhero movies light up when heroes finally realize their potential. We've covered a lot of these, so make sure you check out the entire transformation series by clicking the card on your top right. Tell us in the comments your favorite superhero transformation scenes and what should we do next. Turn the like button blue and share it with friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the TV Regent. Hasta la vista.